Alright, here is a comic I am surprised I still have. This is like the textbook comic that I bought and then got rid of during my falling out with Marvel. But unbelievably, I still have it, and the entire mini-series at that. This is Mr. Magnets. It is a book starring him with artwork by Clayface. And it is called Mr. Magnets, Not a Hero. And I believe that. I got this because I was hopeful this would, like the title suggests, I was hoping this would be the story where Mr. Magnets, he is back to being a villain. Mr. Magnets is my favourite villain, and this is just some more of that gobbledygook, reaffirming his standing as a good guy or a misunderstood saint. I cannot comprehend why I still have this. We kick off with the most expected starting point for a lifeless excellent men story. It is an anti-mutiny rally. I will give these bigots some credit though. The speaker, he has a catchphrase. He has established a catchphrase that the rabble shout back at him when prompted. That catchphrase is spit on a mutie. I want that on a t-shirt. That is great. I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree with spitting on persons or spitting on persons of different genetic background. But I love a good catchphrase, I do. 7 thumbs up on that. Then this gathering is interrupted by Mr. Magnets. He isn't too happy about all this spitting on the muties. So he mass murders the assembly hall. This is all a fake out. And a fake out that I think is wrong. And I think that is actually what this video is going to be about. The last page reveal. Oh no, it's not. It's going to be about this. Then we have a scene that broke me. When this came out, when this was a new comic, this scene was one of those ones that this was more kindling to my fire of discontent. This is a scene where we have my favourite superhero character, Captain America. We have my favourite supervillain, Mr. Magnets. And we have my favourite excellent men character, Cyclist. And every single one of them and every single thing about this scene is terrible. This scene is so bad for all of them. Basically, Cyclist, he has brought Mr. Magnets to the Avengers so that Mr. Magnets can say that it wasn't him who killed those persons. Captain America just nods his head and agrees with this. He fully buys into Mr. Magnets' reform. He doesn't question a single thing about it. Cyclist, he is shilling so hard for Mr. Magnets that it is embarrassing. And Mr. Magnets, he's pretty much begging the Avengers to believe him when they're already stupidly dead. They could have thrown Emma Frosties into this scene and really gone to work with controlled demolitions of my favourite Marvel things. Oh God, and then this bit. This is so fucking bad and awful for Captain America and Cyclist and even Iron Man. Mr. Magnet, to prove his point that it wasn't him, he holds all the surrounding cars and traffic outside of Avengers' house. He holds them hostage by using his powers to lift them up off the ground. And this is fucking counter to your plot. Your idea is that Mr. Magnet, he is innocent and trying to convince them of his innocence. So he has proven that by doing something dangerous and evil. Okay, maybe you're trying to say something about Mr. Magnet, but more problematically is that the Avengers and Cyclist, they're just ganning along with this train of thought, regardless of this. They think this is a little bit of pageantry. They didn't care. He is putting people's lives at risk here for no reason, regardless of whether or not he killed the people at that rally. Captain America, he would not stand for this. This is a terrorist claiming that he isn't a terrorist by doing some terrorist stuff. But then they just let him walk out of Avengers' house. A house that he should never have been welcomed in the first place. And we actually have 2 pages here that are good. We have some fun little playing about with Serg and the Welsh one. It is nice to see these young, excellent men characters every now and again. And we have a wonderful Emma Frosty's bit, where she is once again the best mother hen on the planet. And she looks perfect too. The only reason I can think that I kept these comics is because I fancy her so much. And these 2 pages are okay. So, Mr. Magnet, he gets Emma Frosties to look into his mind and confirm that he definitely didn't kill them peoples. Maybe he should have done this before he told the Avengers that he didn't do it, and before he held them at car-based gunpoint. And we get the sequence I hate in every comic, where a character explores their subconscious, which is dense with metaphors and symbolism. And the ending reveal is, it wasn't Mr. Magnet, it was his younger clone from the 90s, who hasn't appeared since the 90s, and now he is evil. And actually, there is 4 issues of this. I think my criticisms of bringing this character back and so ridiculously trashing him by making him a greater evil for Mr. Magnets to fight, I think that would be better suited for one of the other issues. But the truth is, I just hate everything about this stupid character. Next issue annoyed me for another reason too. It had a cover that lied to me. But the cover here, this is decent. After Emma Frosty's, the best thing about this comic is this cover. I didn't recommend it. I hate this take on Mr. Magnet. And that scene with the Avengers, I so passionately hate that at the back of me mind, I'm having to keep telling myself the rest of this wasn't as bad as that scene to stop me from ripping this up. So I best end this now with 7 thumbs up.